What's up, everybody? Hello, good evening. What a great evening this is going to be. I'm excited about what's going on tonight. I do have a special guest tonight, and we are going to be talking about, you guessed it, everything and anything motorcycle related. But with my special guest, I do, and I say I do have some questions. Hopefully, give me some answers, and we'll see how it goes. So, without further ado, let's bring in the entrepreneur, the self-made man, the one and only Rolling Throttle.
What's up?
What's going on?
Here's a quarter. That's all I got.
So, Rolling Throttle, you've been rolling all over the country lately. You went from West Virginia to Milwaukee to Sturgis. You sat down in Sturgis and you set up camp there for a little while. Tell us all about the post-Sturgis rally. What's been going on in Sturgis since the rally ended?
Nothing but beautiful riding because there's nobody here.
No crowds?
No crowds.
No crowds. So you can get in and out of gas stations, in and out of restaurants, no problem.
Yeah, but I've been surprised at how many people is actually still here riding. They came at the end of the rally and they just so that they wasn't fighting the rally traffic. They're here riding. We've been running into. I mean, Deadwood. Deadwood doesn't look any different than rally right now.
Okay.
Like there's motorcycles lined up and down Main Street as if the rally's going on.
No kidding.
Everywhere else, dead.
Now I'm just going. It looks like your camera's frozen.
See, my camera froze.
Yep, I got you stuck on one image.
I hope it's goofy.
It is. You're kind of like this.
Shoot, yeah.
So, Deadwood is still rocking and rolling with motorcyclists. There we go. And some motorcycle enthusiasts. That's awesome. But Sturgis itself downtown. Now, a lot of businesses close after the rally. Is that correct?
Yep. A lot. Let me see here. Hang on.
It's got to be the internet out there. So, what's coming up new for Rolling Throttle here in the future? I know you'll.
Oh my gosh. Did I drop out?
Hey, can you hear? Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, I got to drop back out, drop back in. I guess something happened on my end. So let me leave the studio and I'll come back in.
All right. Can you guys see this? Or am I still stuck at one image? Oh, I'm good. Well, so anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the Rolling Throttle Mobile Studio. Mobile shop, mobile studio, mobile everything.
Wow, this is strange. Now I can't get my camera back. Sorry, everybody. Oh, let's see. Display camera. Let me see if I get my other camera going. I apologize. Let's see.
It's always something. Don't feel bad. Elon Musk still has problems, and he built a rocket ship.
Yeah, well, I hate that this happened. I mean,
hey, did I talk to you guys about Dipstick?
I thought that was brilliant. By the way, let's see. Start cam. Won't start the cam. There we go. We got the other camera here working. So yeah, you dropped that dipstick video or short today, or reel, that was on Instagram today. I thought that was pretty good, about don't be a dipstick. Do you want to get into a little bit more? Hey Q, how you doing?
Yeah. What's up, Q? Now we can get back to where we want. I was just filling in content time.
Yeah. So tell us about the future of Rolling Throttle. Not you're in South Dakota.
Where do you want me to start? We are very blessed. We are very fortunate. We have a kick-ass family that supports us, that helps us. We would not be where we're at if it wasn't for you guys out there pushing our name in front of these people and supporting us by purchasing T-shirts or parts or whatever, or sending people to purchase T-shirts or parts. So, with that being said, we are going to be adding so many more products to the catalog. You just have to be patient with us.
Right on. So pretty cool guy stuff.
Yeah, like really cool stuff. And we're working on a bunch of actual Rolling Throttle products themselves.
Awesome. Now, just so everybody knows, my next giveaway is coming up when we hit 3,000 subscribers. And there's some companies that sat there and says, yeah, we're going to help you out. But as far as I know, the only people that helped out is OF Performance and Rolling Throttle, because their stuff is already shipped. So right on to you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And we're 90 subscribers away from 3,000.
That's it. Hey, you know what? Hey, you guys in the chat, get on it. Let's break 3,000 tonight while we sit here. 90 subscribers. We can get 90 people come in here and do this. Let's go. Get on it. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean that'd be interesting. That'd be awesome. Hey, hello, Nori.
Am I frozen again?
You were, not anymore.
They can't keep up with me.
You're just so hot that your camera overheats.
Ooh, baby.
See, and you're frozen up again. It's either you're hot or cold hearted. I can't figure it out. But things are going well out in Sturgis, or South Dakota, where you're not in Sturgis. You're outside of Sturgis in South Dakota.
We're outside of Rapid City, about 20 minutes from Mount Rushmore.
Oh, right on. So you got the 4 dead presidents looking over you.
Yeah.
And if everybody's curious, Rolling Throttle is coming to you live from the mobile Rolling Throttle studio and mobile shop that you will see at rallies. Hello, XAN. Good to see you. Kazemoto, good afternoon to you down there, or good morning to you. Drum up some new subs from Australia. Rana, I appreciate that. I really do. So we got a lot of exciting things going on. Next week's live is weather pending. I might not be doing it here in my studio. I might be doing it mobile. And why do I say mobile? Because I might be doing a bike night that's in a town here. It's Watertown. It's right on their main street. So I might go down and check that out next Wednesday night and going live from there. So we'll see. Maybe that will happen. Hey, Diner Riding New Zealand. How are you? Good to see you. But, oh, cool. Glad to hear it's starting to warm up for you over there. It's still warm here, and you know, we're getting to
You
go.
know,
We got Pete.
it'd be super cool in New Zealand if he was riding around with a rolling throttle shirt in New Zealand.
On some suspension technologies.
I'll take the shirt for now.
Okay. I'm just pushing. Yeah, he must be busy washing his hair. Mr. Salty Bagger, hello, sir.
I think it might be raining at his house. You know, he can't do anything while it's raining.
Yeah, well, Mel says he's probably baking cookies.
Not him, probably.
Yeah. We're happy to help out where we can. We can even up subs on our channel. Nice. Yes, guys, if you haven't checked out Kazimoto's channel, check it out. Does some great videos and some awesome rides around Australia. So if you've never been to Australia, you want to see it, it's a good way to check it out.
I'll be honest. I haven't watched this channel. There's a lot of guys in Australia that I stay in contact with. I'll have to go over and check it out.
Yeah, definitely check his channel out. It's free to subscribe, guys. Believe it or not, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. Nor does it cost you anything to hit that like button. So when you're watching somebody else's channel, their videos, you like it, give them a like. It's like the #1 matrix on YouTube right now. But we're getting off topic. It's an open chat about everything motorcycles. Rolling Throttle is going to starting to give us the lowdown of South Dakota, what's going on. He's in Rapid City right now. So, what's happening in Rapid City?
Storms. Dude, I have never been in a place that it can be beautiful sunshine one moment and hail and severe thunderstorms with a tornado in a split second. The other day, I was riding back from Mount Rushmore. We went out there and rode around, took the kid out. And on the way back, there was so much hail. I was like right behind the storm. There was so much hail that dropped. I had to walk my motorcycle on the 4-lane because it was a sheet of ice.
So the wife wants to know, does Sturgis only do one rally a year? Yes, they only do one rally a year. But it's open year round. Sturgis is the city. Nori says South Dakota has split personality.
Yeah, it's understatement.
Just think, yeah, there is that. That is that. Big Mike says it's Tornado Alley out there.
Big Mike should know.
Yeah. I've been riding back and forth to work every chance I get. Today, left work, went to the doctor's, and rode into a wall of water on Spaceball. It happens. Hey, what's up, Grizz?
Yeah, next weekend we're going to go ride Beartooth Pass, Yellowstone, and Jackson's Hole in Wyoming.
Oh, nice. I'm looking forward to seeing those videos when they come out. I know you got a ton that you got to edit and put together and get out, and I'm looking forward to all that coming out because it's a beautiful country out there.
Well,
my opinion, West Virginia is where it's at to ride. My opinion.
It's completely it's two different things. They're both beautiful in what they are. Completely two different things. I do like riding West Virginia better because the roads are more technical. A lot of the roads I like to ride are more technical. But the scenery out here is beautiful. It's a great time. There's nothing technical about riding out here. So you can just sit back and watch the scenery and enjoy the ride.
Exactly. So we got a question for you. Hey, Rolling Throttle, you're not coming in clear And you're locking up, my friend. That's from Grizz, DeWitt. So, yeah, I think you're having some internet problems, probably due to weather out there.
All right, just give me 1 second.
All right, giving you 1 second. Seconds up.
All right.
Looks like I'm freezing up too at times. So this is not a good night tonight. What's up there, Jakey? Jake from Rolling Throttle is in the house. What's going on? So, yeah, I got caught in a wall of rain today. Got to the doctors. I got on the scale. They're like, oh, wow, you gained 7 pounds. That's probably because I've got 20 pounds of rainwater in my jeans and in my shirt and my shoes and socks. I mean, come on. So when I put the gown on, I weighed myself. I was a lot lighter. But yeah, Spaceball's coming along great. Still doing great. My road glide, about ready to do the 15K service on that. So, hey, thanks, Greg. Appreciate that you're hearing us fine. Not looking at the screen. I don't blame you. I'm not nothing really great to look at myself. But man, looking forward to getting down to Ocean City, Maryland in September.
Shut the door.
Next event. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, how's the chopper? Oh, Salty, you're hitting a sore subject right now.
That's fine.
Let's see. Everybody knows I dropped the rolling chassis off to Atomic Cycles in the end of February before I left for Daytona to have the seat pan made and the seat made. Well, he's been posting videos of subscribers of his channel just popped in to get a seat made and gets that taken care of. And they just got the seat pan made now. So it's taken 6 months to make a seat pan. I'm telling you, this seat has got to be like the seat to end all seats to take this long. Either that or he hates veterans. I can see it just fine now. So I'm just going to go out in the limb and says he either is going to make the best seat pan he can ever make, or he just hates veterans because he knows what this chopper's for. He knows how important this chopper is to the veteran community, and he's just taking a sweet time doing it. So that's how that chopper is. If I had that back after, let's say I had it 4 months ago, I could have had that bike done with mock-up and out the powder coat. But no, I'm not done with mock-up because I'm still waiting on the seat pan. So there you go. No, you're good, Doctor. Drew sounds clear. Even picture just read. All right, no worries. What 2-in-1 pipe for 103 twin cam has the best performance with the lowest dB ratings? Ooh,
lowest dB rating?
Yeah.
So Vance and Hines makes a pro pipe with the decimal end cap.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I would agree with that.
Here's the problem. Lowest dB rating and best performance don't go together.
Nope. But in New Zealand, I think they have a decibel limit. So that's, I think, why he's looking for dB.
Tell him get that Jekyll and Hyde so you can just turn it on and off.
Oh, yeah, the Jekyll and Hyde slip-ons, but they're not cheap.
No.
Let's see. Jackson Hole. Go up there, tram to the top of the valley. Oh, there you go. Hey, Shocker, how you doing? A little better now. Hell yeah. Salted. Okay, let's see. Time to take back the chopper. Yeah, it's getting close. I might be going there with what's the best way to put it? With a 1% attitude. You know? Just saying. I might be going there with a 1% attitude to pick it up. And I'll be honest with you, and if I don't hear anything by the end of this month, and I've been harassing him and he's been ignoring me, uh, but he gets back to Big Mike, which makes no sense. By the end of this month, I'm going to go get it, whether it's done or not. And I can never recommend him to make a seat for anybody. I can't. Can you? If someone's making a seat for you and they're taking 6 months, could you recommend them?
No, no, because if that's the case, I can have Corbin build me one faster.
Yeah, Corbin made my seat in 3.5 weeks, and that's from the date of order to the date it got to my house. And I ordered it during Daytona Bike Week, which is like the one of their busiest weeks.
That's about what Crystals took, and they even shaped everything, and it wasn't just
Yeah.
a off the showroom floor seat. So
He already told me, hey, the seat pan's done. Come get the frame out of here. We'll finish up the seat and ship it down to you. I'm like, well, then how do you know it's going to sit perfectly around the tank and the fender with all the foam and
yeah.
no, get it done and get it done right. Yep. Yep. See, Dinah says, yep, I think I got to be under 98 decibels. Reader held at 5 feet above the pipe at 2,500 to 3,000. Wow. That's not that loud. 98 decibels at 5 feet.
Wow.
Or held at 5 feet above the pipe.
So basically, they just want you to run with stock stuff.
Just about. Yeah, get the Jekyll and Hyde slip-ons. Okay, they're quite a bit of money. Last time I priced them out, they were $3,000. But with a push of a button, they could go from sounding like stock to sounding like open pipes. So if you blast by a cop and they pull you over, as they come around, you hit the button. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Loud, you know. Greg says could build a complete bike in 6 months. Absolutely. You know, Pro Monkey's beautiful loser. It's seat in 2 weeks. Yep. I thought I'd keep the business local.
Hey,
and that's what I get.
very wise man that we both know said to me one time, and I'm paraphrasing. Sometimes you just gotta cut it and move on.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've had anxiety thoughts about when I go get this thing. You know, is he going to give me my rolling chassis? And if he doesn't, that's just not going to be good because then I'll just get Department of Motor Vehicles and all that involved, and we'll just handle it that way.
All right, so
Hello, Dan.
I got a question for you.
Yep.
So the riding season's coming to an end.
What?
Hang on. Listen to the full sentence. What do you think, motor wise, is Harley's next step that they're going to try to do?
Well, the 121s are going to be around for a while. They just came out late last year. Hey, Gene Kelly. And they're now liquid cooled. Well, liquid cooled heads. I don't think they'll go to a full liquid cooled motor like they did with the Pan America and the Sports RS motor for the full lineup. I think we're going to be seeing the 121s for quite some time with the VVT and without the VVT, but you'll see the non-VVT models like we do now on the ST line. As far as the 117s, I can see them sticking around for maybe another 2 years before everything is 121.
Mm-hmm.
And then that future is kind of grayish at this time.
I feel like they're going to put the Rev Max somewhere in a touring frame.
That could be a good possibility.
Oh, and by the way, Nori, the only thing they're moving is the Pan Americas to Thailand. And I understand why they're moving the Pan Americas to Thailand, because they're trying to get that market even more, and they have a strong market over there with that type of motor, that type of setup, because the streets are very big over there.
Mm-hmm. So Dinah Wright asked me a good question. Why did I make the seat myself? Well, one, I don't know how to make seats or seat pan. So that's the big reason. Two, it's also trying to help a local business out, getting their name out there on this charity build. And whether I had to pay them for the seat or not, I would have. And this, I understand it's a very tough seat to make, a solo seat on a rigid chopper. I understand it's very hard to make that. Again, I don't know how to do it, so I wasn't even going to attempt it. My experience with sheet metal is I'd probably cut my fingers off, you know. So, and Gene Kelly's asking, Harley had better get a new CEO. I saw a guy shooting a Harley with a M260 and then a minigun. Well, you know what? It's their bike. They could do what they want. Does it make a difference at the end of the day? No.
And the thing is they already got that money. So why are you wasting it? They already got your money.
Yep.
You're going to hurt them more by not buying that T-shirt, not going to that dealership, and not buying a new bike, versus you trashing the bike that you already paid for. Like, I don't get it.
Well, let's see. Jake wants to know, do we see a cap displacement for production on bikes? Could we see a 135 in a production displacement? Honestly, I don't think so.
Well, that's been my question for a while. When is big enough?
When is big enough? And big too big?
Yeah. What? Because like in side by sides and stuff like that, a lot of them just they stopped around the thousands. Yeah, they kept going, and then when they hit the 1,000, that's when everybody kind of cooled their jets. So there's been this big displacement going. That's a good question. What displacement are they going to stop at? Because they had, they got the crate 135s. So why couldn't they just put that into production?
Well, they also have the crate 135s now for the newer bikes, which they are the 135s themselves. The displacement is a 2.2 liter, which is bigger than most 4-cylinder cars.
I'm just saying. You know when it'll stop? It's when they can't sell it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hearing riding on threes. Let's see. Dinah Wright says the 135 in a new CVO ST models. Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, put it in something. That was one bike I couldn't believe how many I saw out here in Sturgis. Like, there was CVO STs running around everywhere out here.
Yeah. So Jake says a crate 143 next. That's a possibility.
Reliability. That's the other thing people got to think about is reliability.
Let's see. Dan wants to know, when is big enough when there's a thing having a too much? No such thing. Like Power 107 or 114 is plenty for cruising or traveling. Still love my 103. Yeah. They're perfect for cruising and traveling. So's the 117 M8s or the new 117, which is for the without the VVT.
Oh yeah, the new 117s are
So Gene Kelly says, when can you get a 143 twin cam? You can.
Yeah.
It's just a custom made motor. It really is.
Call me. We will together can make stuff happen.
Yep. See, Big Mike says go 135. And I can tell you, his 135, he's put it through the paces down in West Virginia. He rode it from Connecticut to Milwaukee, Milwaukee to Sturgis, from Sturgis back to Connecticut within 3 weeks. That thing has seen more highway runs, sustained RPMs than I think any 135 on the market.
It survived the tornado.
Yeah, and it survived the tornado. So, and it survived Crystal leading a pack.
Oh, the fun! That's what cracked me up when I rewatched that footage. We were only running 92.
Yeah, I mean, he's put that motor through the paces, and he's done that motor's held up beautifully. I'm doing the 15K service on it now. He's had that motor less than a year, and I'm doing a 15,000 mile service on the bike. He's got over 14,000 or just under 14,000 miles on that motor. So it's held up beautifully. I'm going to send the bore scope down there and take a look at the inside, just because I want to see, because it's a 135 that's been put through its paces. And, maybe, what? That's a good video is how does the 135 hold up? That'd be a good video. I think I'll do that. Says, honestly, I need to sell the back order first. Yeah.
Hang on. Let me answer that. Coming from the dealership life, let me answer that. So that is not a dealership problem. That is a motor company problem. Because if you have parts that sit there for a certain number of days, you get penalized from the motor company. So that's why a lot of people don't keep a lot of stuff in stock.
Yeah, but if the dealership buys the parts outright from the motor company, how can the motor company penalize them?
Because they don't. That's not how it works. It's all one system, and the motor company can see everything that's in that dealership at all times.
Wow.
That's why now you can directly go to motor company website, buy stuff, and pick it up at your local dealership.
Okay. Or have it drop shipped to your house.
Or have it drop shipped to your house.
I've done that in the past. Ordered it right off the website and had it drop shipped to the house. And so if they put plastic in the motors, it might be more reliable. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with that. Wait, Salty says, did Rolling say reliability? Yes, he did.
Well, hang on. Every motor that's came out of OF, I can say right now, knock on wood, that they've been reliable. Like, we have had zero issues out of our motors that we build over there. We build reliability. Now, what I do with my stupid self with my stupid motorcycle is a different issue. But that's R&D.
Huh. What's that? Research and demolition?
Yes.
Or destruction of parts?
Oh, I need to make that to a t-shirt.
You're welcome.
Research and destruction.
Of parts.
Of parts.
See, Greg says it outran the tornado. 15,000 miles on that 135. It still runs awesome. Absolutely.
It sounds good too.
Yep. Now we need to get Sawicki to finish up and come out with the 2 into 1 into 2 pipe that
I just had this discussion with him. So they're working on it, but they do not know when they'll have it ready. It's
Yep.
in development right now.
Yep. That Big Mike guy is a special dipstick to protect that 135. Oh boy. Let's see. Now I know we got a dealer issue, but it's BS. Bike is now going to sit in South Dakota while I drive a rental in Tennessee. Hopefully, we can fix it next month.
Hey,
Well,
here's the thing. If you have any problems, call me. I'll go over there and be like, "What?" I'll go lay down the law for them.
yeah. I mean, you got friends.
Yeah. What I heard something about, but I didn't hear exactly what happened to it.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened to his bike either. You know. Oh, yeah. Riding on three doesn't sound like he's happy with Harley right now.
Which is understandable because we've all been in that boat. I've been in that boat. I understand. It
Yeah. So
sucks.
Dean Benedetti wants to know when you guys are going to be in Arizona. He needs his shocks adjusted. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here, Dean. If you send a round trip airfare to Rolling Throttle, put them on a plane, fly them out, buy him dinner, breakfast, he'll adjust your shocks, you put them back on a plane, he'll be happy.
Or there is a 90% plus possibility we will be at Cave Creek next year.
Ooh, there you go. Yes, Greg, the 135 does have a compression release. Matter of fact, from the 103s on up came factory with an electronic compression release.
Mm-hmm. He could meet us in Bonneville Salt Flats.
There you go.
We can do test and tune. I'll adjust him. He can run them out through there.
Oh boy, let's see. Trying to get caught up here. Okay, long story short, cam lifters wet, but ended up being them along with the rollers, oil pump, and cam plate.
Hey, Doc, I have no experience with that at
No,
all.
not at all. Not that you
None.
put videos out about it or anything.
No. That's never happened to my stuff. And by
Nope.
the way, if they're putting it back together, you need to call and tell them they need to put a set of tap it right plates on it to make that stuff even stronger to keep that from happening.
Yep.
Because by God, Doc has seen some of my stuff when it came to the lifters and cams, and whew,
Yep.
it looked like I went out there and beat him with a hammer.
Well, kind of you did, but
Yeah,
not
well, yeah,
physically with the hammer, but you
metal to
hammer
metal.
being the throttle.
Pop, 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 pop.
Dan says you change your lifters at every oil change.
Actually, no. Go to rolling throttle, get you a tap it right plate. We can't claim it, but I will tell you right now, I was chewing lifters and cams like crazy. And I figured it out what it was. It was the bore, the case bore, that was causing the problem. It was still allowing that metal cuff to twist. And I put them plates on there.
That's
Bro,
why whenever I do a stage 2 for somebody, I have the gym's lifter. Oh, jeez, camera. The gym's lifters uh, guides that will measure the lifter bores, and then I custom order the lifters for each bore.
yeah, well, I just put the plate on now and go. Boop, boop. And I'm at a little over 12,000 miles now.
Since your
So,
last lifter failure.
yeah. So I'm actually right there where I need to with the build I have, I'm right there where I actually need to go ahead and change them.
Now, my opinion here, okay, Dinah's asked a good question. Not that he's going to buy one, but what would you choose, a Road Glide, Street Glide, or Road King? I'd go with the Road King because I don't like the fairings. Well, you just answered your own question. I've had 2 Street Glides and I've had 2 Road Glides. Personally, I prefer the Road Glide. Oh, yes, it's the same frame, the same forks, it's the same everything except for the fairing and the fairing mount. And on the Street Glide or the Batwing fairing, it's mounted to the triple trees. So during low speed handling, you're actually handling all that weight at the handlebars. Where on a Road Glide, that weight is already on the frame, so you're not feeling it in your arms or your hands. That's number one. Number two, on the high speed, with a Batwing fairing, and you pick up the turbulence from tractor trailers, and it hits that fairing, it's going to translate to your handlebars. Where on the Road Glide, that turbulence does not translate to your handlebars. It
They're
hits the
all
fairing, and the bike absorbs it.
the Road Glide is a Road King. It just has a fairing on the front of it. They're all the same, just the fairings. I run a 6-inch Sport Flare on my Road Glide right now, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like riding a Road King, except I don't have all the bugs in my chest because I get a bunch of wind.
Yep. So
But
Big Mike says no ride like a Road Glide, and he's had a Street Glide. Matter of fact, the last Street Glide he had was one I built, and I sold him, and that's how we met.
I don't know. It's one of those things. Once you ride a Road Glide, you'll never want to ride anything again.
You know, after riding a Road Glide, before I had my second one for many, many miles, every time I got on a Street Glide and did a road test, I felt claustrophobic because everything was right there in my face. And some people like that, and some people don't like that. So it's up to you. If you don't like the fairing, go with the Road King. If you like the fairing, I say ride both. See which one you like the best, because that's what matters, is which one suits you and your riding style and your riding comfort.
Well, here's two things coming from the sales side and the dealership. I've always heard. One, they'd be like, "Well, I don't like the fact that the fairing doesn't move." Okay, so when you are on a Street Glide, you pay attention where the fairing when you're turning and all that stuff. No, well then why does it matter? I don't know. Another thing is, when I'm riding, the headlight on the Street Glide, it turns in the direction I'm going. I'm like, if you're turning in a turn, you're riding wrong. It's you should be counter steering when you're in that turn.
Unless it's a slow speed turn.
Well, no, they're talking about riding down the interstate or riding the
Oh,
back roads and stuff.
yep.
Actually,
Well,
so
my when the people are, well, the headlight doesn't turn with the handlebars when you're riding. I'm like, well, your headlights in your car don't turn with you. They do. Some cars will turn 15 degrees left and right, but that's it. So, I mean, do you have a problem with turning corners in your car? No. Why would you have a problem turning?
yeah.
You know?
And my thing was too with the fairing doesn't move. I'm like, are you looking directly down while you're riding, or are you looking way out there? You're not even paying attention if the fairing's moving or not, anyways.
Yeah.
And then once they ride the Road Glide, they're like, "Oh, that's not bad." I'm like, "Yeah, told you."
Frogzilla says too many gadgets on the road. Get a Road King. There's that too. You have too many gadgets. Jake says the lowrider is basically new school Dyna. Yes, it is.
Well, or you can just be like Crystal, buy it, and just still don't use it.
Yep. Robert Cuccio says, ride all the models you can. Eventually, one will grab you by the ass and refuse to let go. That'll be the one. That is some sound advice.
And that's been the problem with me. Crystal's been after me to get a new bike, and I love my bike so much that even with permission to go get another bike, I just can't find anything that makes me want to buy it.
Understandable. I came close. and I mean, I came really, really close to trading in my Road Glide, my CVO, for a 24 Road Glide. And also trading it in for the 120th anniversary Road Glide. And my wife, the voice of reason, who's usually right there with me going, yeah, let's do it, says, wait a minute. Let's look at this. You just put all this money into the seat from Avan Black. I got you you got that tour pack as a gift. You're about ready to put a big stereo in this. You already got the suspension. Why start over? And I'm like, good point, honey. Good point.
Well, I don't blame you. That if I ever bought one, that 120th Road Glide, but I like the limited 120th Road Glide.
What's up, Kelly B? Gliding in the house. So, then I sat back going, what would I gain and what would I lose? And I would lose more going from my CVO to a special or just a standard motorcycle. And even the Road Glide ST, the new one, the CVO Road Glide ST, I was looking at getting one of those, thinking, hey, that'd be cool to have. And I couldn't make up my mind between black and white. And my wife's like, you're going to lose so much. And I'm thinking about it going, yep. She's right. So I did not pull the trigger on it. My dealership said to me, goes, when I was looking at that 120th anniversary Road Glide, it says, we got a motor in the back, a 131 that we'll let go on a deal. I'm like, really? And then they says, well, to be full transparent, the motor had an issue. It's out of warranty. We don't want to fix it, but if anybody was to get it, it would be you. We would like to see you get it because you're a good wrench and you know what you're doing. I'm like, wait a minute. If I'm buying a brand new bike, I'm going to be spending the extra money on this motor. I don't want issues.
Yeah.
So I just walked away. But kudos to them for being upfront and transparent with that motor. Yeah, okay, Jake. He says T-bars and risers are for losers. Stock bars are the best. Yeah, that's not your back talking.
Yeah, Mr. Clamshell.
Yep. Heck, almost got me my second bike early. Yeah. Sometimes you might have to do that. Just say, you know what? Keep the dip. Hey, give me something else. So I was thinking of getting a Road Glide, but I think I want a few more years on his electric glide. Yeah, right on. Nothing at all. Guns and Baggers, what's happening? Good evening. Welcome. So I'm getting caught up here. You just got home from work. Right on. Let's see. Options vary. Bike reach out when you see. Yeah. Right on. The only way a new lowrider ST would be remotely close to a Dyna is that if you swing a swing arm conversion. Yeah. Putting the dual shocks instead of the mono shock, but I feel the mono shock is better than dual shocks. Just my opinion.
I second that opinion. All in favor? Aye. Case closed. Case closed.
As far as performance and handling of the bike and everything. I mean, my stock suspension, I'm pushing that thing to the limits on Spaceballs because it's a stock suspension.
Hey, hang on. Somebody can order a new suspension for it now.
Yeah, somebody can. I can't. And I don't have enough to make it next month's problem either.
Hey, Tweedle needs to go to the villages then.
Yes, because I can't. Dr. J in the house. She says, I prefer the Road Glide because the span across my Street Glide handlebars was 4 inches wider with the apes. And on the Road Glide, it's much closer. Now she's got the hammerheads, which much better control for me and my short arms. That's correct. The KST hammerheads bring them in nice and tight. It's basically a T-bar without being a T-bar, and I'm going to go on record and say this. It's going to be a shocker to everybody. The ugliest handlebars I've ever seen. Ugliest. But the controllability of the motorcycle is so much better than any ape hangers that I ever had. And that's why I have them on my Road Glide.
And
But I still think they're ugly as sin.
And for everybody else, she's running 11-inch suspension technology so she can properly handle that bike while she's doing slow maneuvers or in parking lots.
11-inch in the rears and -1 on the front. And that bike handles great, unless you're her brother-in-law.
Yeah, we've learned don't touch it.
Bad question. If Road Glide fixed fairing is so great slow speed maneuver, why do cops use bat wings over road? I have no idea.
I'm gonna say tradition. Most of them use Road Kings.
Yeah. A lot of them do. Or Kawasaki's I've seen lately.
Yeah.
Dallas likes his hammerheads. That's why I got mine, because I rode Dallas's down at TMMR, and I just couldn't believe how well the bike handled with those handlebars. And it's literally the same bike with the same suspension. And I'm like, all right. Here you go. Dallas is because cops are goofy.
Yeah.
So rolling throttles, we got some big stuff coming in the future, right?
We are working on it little by little.
What is next in the very seeable short future?
Adding more products to our line. So we are in the talks with Motac. We are in the talks with Clockworks. And we are in the talks with a few other companies because like I said, we're actually going to do rolling throttle products. The cool thing about having the machine shop of OF Performance is we make a lot of parts ourselves in house. So
Corey asked a good question. Speaking of suspension, how much weight would someone have to lose to need to readjust the rear shocks?
its own preference.
Yeah, I was going to say rider preference, because I had to add a turn and a half to my shocks coming back from Gettysburg, because with all the weight of all the baggage and everything and being two up, I needed to. So
because the big thing for us is spring rate with total poundage. Because then, if we don't have the right spring rate, when you start making adjustments, you won't be able to fine tune what you're trying to do.
Yep.
So that's why we care about overall poundage to make sure to have the correct spring rate.
Yeah. See, Dino Ryan's got it right. He's straight up hooligan. Never been close enough to a cop over to notice the brand name. What's up, D-Rod? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Welcome tonight. Deadwood roll. Yeah, he says happy to meet you in Deadwood.
Oh, and bro, I'm just standing on the street, just people watching like I normally do. The next thing I know, somebody's yelling at me, and it was him. He was on strike. Actually, we were just walked out of the cigar bar. We were down there hanging out with Big Mike and his brother.
So if you go over to rollingthrottle.com and under products, you'll find the t-shirts to order.
Yep.
Inventory's
It's rolling throttle, not rolling.
all right. Hold on. I'll bring up the website. Hold on.
No G. I'm a hillbilly. We don't spell correctly.
I'll go to products, t-shirts,
Hats.
copy. Here you go. Here's a direct link to order yourself a t-shirt, Diner Writing. I have one. I'd have it on tonight, but the problem is I've already worn it and it's just got out of the wash and it's drying. All right. Good night, Frogzilla.
And we're already working on the next design. So thank you to everybody that supported us in purchasing a t-shirt. We already got our inventory down because everybody ordered a t-shirt. And like I said, when we do a design, we're only going to do so many per design. And we're already working on the next design. And it's pretty badass, actually.
Old School 13, hello, welcome. No, I will not be at Catskill Mountain Thunder this year. It's unfortunate. They do it the same weekend as Ocean City Bike Week. To answer your question, what I think about the musical lineup this year,
Fucking Tweedle.
I can't say that was a decision why I'm not going, but it's not a lineup that I would want to, go and see. But Ocean City, on the other hand, I'm going to be seeing Seven Dust and a few other bands the same night. Trying to think of the names. They do Bad Girlfriend, Theory of a Dead Man. I'll be seeing them with Seven Dust. So, I mean, just, the bands don't make the rally for me, but if I can have one night of full entertainment of live music, like, this year in Ocean City, I saw a repeat of the show at Catskill, which was Drowning Pool and Saliva, but this time Saliva opened up and Drowning Pool closed, which was, hey, you had an invite, and I even got you on the list. I don't want to hear it. You
Breaking
chose
my heart.
not to go. You chose not to go.
I chose to do business stuff.
Yep. What in
Yeah.
the name of Velcro should it's all on Tweedle?
Yeah, forget you, Tweedle.
Rolling Thunder.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't watched anything on our YouTube channel, I did a little short video of all of us in West Virginia, and yeah, Hannah kept saying "Rolling Thunder." She finally got it right. She finally got it right.
D-Rod says, next you put out shirts that need some 3XLs and even some 4XL for the big guys.
I think I actually have one 4XL left.
See? On your website, it's just large and extra large.
Right. They would just have to contact me.
There you go. Go straight to the horse. Mike wants to know who's going to Ocean City.
Well, it's definitely not me.
No, you're halfway across the country.
Yeah.
Yep. See, Seven Dust, Theory of a Dead Man, and nothing more. That's who we're seeing this year in Ocean City. Thursday night, the night we get in. That's going to be a good show. Starts at 5:30 and probably go to about 11 o'clock at night. Let's see. Just made a sale. Guess you don't want the money. Wow.
Hey, I don't want to hear anything from my Dollywood sales rep. That's an inside joke.
I think that's an inside joke. Now that you let it out. You got to share the inside joke.
So, Tweedle's on the eastern side of the state, and Dallas is middle Tennessee. So Dallas is the Moon Pie territory rep, and Tweedle is the Dollywood rep.
There you go.
The Dollywood territory.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah, we got to get the shirts is a good thing. You got snapback hats back in stock because those sold out quick, right?
No, actually, I didn't like the material of the first hat.
Okay.
So, if I want to be a quality parts company, I cannot put out sub quality merchandise.
Yep. So now for people who are new to ThunderMax, and you're a ThunderMax dealer.
Oh, yeah. And certified tuner for ThunderMax now.
Okay. Now, what are the benefits of ThunderMax over something like a, I don't know, DynoJet Power Vision?
So this gets asked a lot, and as well as I do. It's completely two different things. Where a ThunderMax is a standalone ECM, and the DynoJet, we are rewriting the map that is on your factory ECM.
Mm-hmm.
And so with the ThunderMax being a standalone ECM, it comes with the wideband sensors, so you don't have to add them on later. The whole thing is so that you can actually do some tuning by yourself or whoever tunes for you, and you can use the same thing and keep building your motor and adding on, and it actually has an auto map feature, so it's always reading itself to make sure that everything's correctly and make sure that you don't have any codes or nothing's going crazy on you. I personally, I like ThunderMax. I learned a lot of why I didn't like it in the past is because I didn't understand what they were doing. But once I was taught what they were doing, I love it.
Okay.
Just,
Well, let
just
me ask you this then.
well, hang on. Just because I love it because I have more capabilities to do stuff with the ThunderMax than I do with a Dyno Jet tune.
Now, most dyno tuners are from DynoJet.
Right.
90% of the tuners out there, I think even OF's dyno machine is DynoJet.
It is.
So now, when I built Spaceball, I had a ThunderMax on there because I thought, hey, wideband, be awesome, be great, handle everything I do. We hit a wall for tuning and performance. So we removed that, put the stock keys downgraded, put the stock ECU back in with my Power Vision tuner, and then the wall was removed and we had more tunability.
Well,
Is
see,
that a limit of the dyno machine,
no,
a limit of the tuner, or a limit of the guy actually doing the tuning?
it's probably the limit of the guy that is tuning because you you have like certain levels with ThunderMax with your program that you have to go through to get capabilities to keep pushing that motor. You, like they like you can go on and download the tuner on the website right now and do what you want to do, but it's only going to let you do so much. And then you do a little more training as a certified tech and do more, and then you can get to what I did, and which is I had the same program that they have at their facility, and I can do absolutely anything you want to do with that motor.
Okay.
From
Now, do
putting
you lose functionality of stuff that goes through the stock ECM?
what do you mean lose functionality?
Like the mileage reset since last service?
Nope,
Um,
nope.
okay.
Everything's there as if a stock ECM was in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and like with the basic one, you can like read the codes. He'll tell you what's going on. You can do the tuning. It'll let you do the auto mapping, and auto mapping will do a lot of stuff for you, but it won't let you as a tuner go in there and start messing with stuff.
Okay.
Like, and then like I said, you got like next level, and it's they have like barrier like safety features on it. They won't let you do so much because they don't want you to get way out of whack and do something to hurt the motor.
Okay.
But the cool thing is, why I like it is you can build like say you did something completely different. You took the 117 and put a 124 kit on it. Da 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 da. I bet you in 15-20 minutes, not even being on the dyno, I can make that thing
I
scream.
witnessed that firsthand at Mob in the Mountains 2024.
Yeah, he been riding around trying to figure out how to do it. And oh yeah, you heard the tone changed, the idle changed, and still this day he's like, man, this thing just screams.
Yep.
So
So
either
because
way, like
there's a big price difference too.
yeah, that's what I was
The
getting to.
Nanojet Power Vision is literally half the cost of the Thundermax, but with the Thundermax, you're getting wideband O2 sensors where you're keeping your narrowband. And the difference is in tuning or auto tune session, when you're auto tuning with a Dinojet, it's measuring a small section.
Right.
That's why it's called narrowband. And it's going to tune off of that small section to try to get your optimal air fuel ratio, period. Where in a wideband, it reads a wider scope of area and will get a better and more accurate target tune for uh, the for your air fuel ratio.
Right, and
Now,
you're getting more data points with that wideband. Now, let me tell you about like the new updated what they've done because there's so many data points. So when you're doing like dyno jet stuff, you're having to go and hit these fuel blocks at RPMs to make sure that it's reading everything.
right,
The Thunder Max, and I've done this because I took the dyno jet off of crystals and I put a Thunder Max on it. Literally, I could sit there and watch that thing, and I just slowly went through, rolled from 0 to 100, and I watched it out, out. Thank you. I watched it pick up all the data points like that. So I was able to tune a lot quicker with the Thunder Max than I would
well,
have with Dynojet.
the tuner I had, the final tuner, we took the narrowband out and put wideband in and
That's what I
tied
love.
into his dyno machine. So we were able to read each cylinder and tune each cylinder to optimal for air fuel ratio. Now, with tuners or tuning a bike, tuning your air fuel ratios, that's only the beginning.
Yeah.
Because now you're talking about timing. Can you adjust the timing
Oh yeah.
for advance or retard with a Thunder Max?
Oh yeah. I mean, I can pinpoint. I can sit there and pinpoint what RPM, what gear, where you want to either advance or retard the timing. Because depending on the cam and where the lobe's at, what you need to do. What degree that cam's at. Maybe you need to
Yep.
advance it a little bit here, retard it a little. I can get in there and I can literally follow that cam lobe and play with it.
Okay, because that's huge when you're talking about tuning a motorcycle. People always think tuning is just tuning the air fuel ratio, and that is just scratching the surface. Whether at different times advancing, retarding the timing will make a huge difference as far as reliability, fuel economy, and performance as far as getting you the max amount of torque and horsepower out of your vehicle. It doesn't matter if it's a Harley or any other motorcycle or car.
Right.
Timing and air fuel ratios, those are your key for tuning to making max horsepower. Now, you could tune for max horsepower, you could tune for safe max horsepower and torque, or you could tune for a safe tune where you're not, putting anything at risk.
Right.
Spaceballs is tuned for max horsepower and torque safely. So there's room for improvement to get more out of it, but now you're running into a reliability and dependability issue.
So here's the cool thing. So when we did Crystal's bike, we did dyno jet on a dyno tune, and I outperformed with the Thunder Max on a road tune.
Okay. But you can't really compare that scenario with Spaceball because Crystal's has got a cam in it.
Yeah.
Where I'm a big bore.
Right.
Like well, you're a big bore as well.
I'm just saying, like with hers, we did a dyno jet tuner on a dyno first. And then I took that off. I did the Thunder Max. I did my Thunder Max setup, and then did 30 miles. Came back, went through all the data, changed all the data, and then we went and tested. And the Thunder Max outperformed the initial.
So here's a good question. Someone on trial will ask: does it do miles per gallon? Now you're talking about within your information screen. After you've done a GPS trip, it estimates your miles per gallon, how many miles traveled, things like that. Would it affect that?
No, well, you can actually tune for that. That's what I learned to do. Like what is the customer trying to achieve when I'm doing my tuning? But I will say with the Thunder Max, she's probably getting about 20 to 30 more miles to a tank.
Excellent. Because you saw it firsthand. Every 90 miles on a 4-gallon tank, I got to stop.
Oh, dude, you were sucking the fuel. It was crazy.
But then again, I never got out of third gear. And I didn't spend a lot of time in third gear either. That thing was my rev limiter hits at 7,200. I bounced off that rev limiter many, many times.
But all right, Bobby. I'm going to have to jump off here. The beautiful woman came home, and I want to talk to her and spend some time with her.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for coming on and sharing some of your knowledge of, tuning and, different tuners, and also talking about motorcycles and Sturgis and everything else. I really appreciate you.
The last advice I want to do about tuners is use what your tuner is comfortable with, because that's what he's going to get the most out of.
And most tuners use DynoJet because that's what their dyno is.
Oh yeah, Crystal, my lovely, beautiful wife over there, made a great point. So with the Thunder Max, if you do your little setup and everything, you can send me your initial setup where it ran, and you can email it to me, and I can actually pull it up, remap it, and then send it back to you, and you can download it into your ECM.
Awesome. Yeah. So there you go, guys. If you want to get a tuner.
Yeah, so that's another service that we do, because where we sell Thunder Max, that's another service that Rolling Throttle does.
Nice. Full service right there. Best customer service on the market.
Hey, you saw that firsthand.
Absolutely. You want to go into that story real quick before you sign off?
So we had a customer show up with his brother, and the suspension he had on there did not fit the rider. So I took my what do you want to say?
Demo set.
Yeah, demo set. Nothing wrong. They're brand new demo set that fit him. Put them on there. Took the ones that was on the bike, put them in the box, and said, "When you get home, just switch them out, ship them back to me." That way, to make sure that they were having a good time and they were safe and it was a comfortable ride for them.
And that's customer service. I don't know of any other company that would be willing to do that other than Rolling Throttle and Mike from Suspension Technologies.
But thank you, Doc, for having me on.
Anytime, you know that.
And everybody, come on, let's get him the 3,000. So get people pushing. Let's go. So
It'll happen, and we're going to have a great time when it happens. I guarantee it.
all right, Doc, you be good, Bobby.
You got it. Be good, brother. Peace. So, yeah, with when we have the 3,000 subscriber celebration, my plan is, if you've been following me for a while, and you know I was in Tennessee and I went to Lynchburg, and I bought that bottle of the Frank Sinatra Select Jack Daniels. We have not cracked that open yet. That's the night we're going to crack that open. The night we celebrate 3,000 subscribers. And we're going to toast to you and everybody who subscribed to the channel and do a whole bunch of giveaways. We got some stuff coming from Rolling Throttle and OF Performance. Hooligan Culture is checking on some inventory, send us some stuff. Throttle Tuner is going to be sending me a tuner to give away. Alan from Advan Black is going to be sending me some stuff to give away. So, you know, hey, we've got some great giveaways we're going to be giving away that night when we hit 3,000. Actually, it's not going to be that night. That'll be the night you announce how to be entered into that giveaway. We're going to run it for a month. This way, everybody has as much chance to win as everybody else, as long as you're a subscriber. So at that time, for that month, all videos that are premiered and all lives will be subscriber only. So yeah, make sure you guys keep an eye out for that, because it's going to be some fun stuff coming up. I guarantee it. We're going to have a lot of fun. And one of the things I love to do is give stuff away. I really do. I get it. I really enjoy it. You know, and yep. Hey, thanks, Greg. Yep. Great show as normal. Yes. That's one bottle I haven't gotten. My JD collection. You know, we went and we saw and I bought it right from the Jack Daniels distillery, and it's been sitting here waiting for that. Thank you, Dark Souls. I really appreciate it. You guys had a great show tonight on the Unaffiliated. It was a lot of fun and entertaining. Let's see. I'll take a lift. I'm not giving away a lift. Now, if Black Widow wants to send me a lift and have me give it away, I'd be more than happy to give that away then. But I can't give away tools from the shop because they belong to the shop, not me. But I am the but whatever. So, hey guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. I've been at this an hour and 18 minutes. We're going to keep it kind of short. So Wednesday night, everybody's got to go to work. I got a very busy day tomorrow. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. You guys, I want you to live the best life you can. Ride often and ride hard.